Right, hi, this is Richard from Jones Brothers Coffee in Amsterdam. Today we're talking about the various kinds of coffee gadgets that are now available to us. It's as well as the more traditional mocha pot and the cafetiere, which you may know. We have these more popular filter brew coffees that you'll see in a lot of cafes, and a lot of people are using them at home. So let's just explore a little bit as to what results they produce from the coffee that you're brewing. Now, with these two methods, they may be well known, but they fundamentally produce different drinks at the end. With the mocha pot, this is usually on the stove. In the UK, we call it the stove pot. And this will generally produce as a heavier bodied, quite strong, big bodied coffee. It's brewed in such a way that it's forced up, the water is forced up through the coffee, and it produces a really thick and very satisfying and intense coffee. Now this cafetiere, also known as the French press, also known as the plunger, we grind the coffee very loose for this, so actually it's very light and diluted, and a lot of people like it for that reason. And it brings out some more of the interesting flavors of the coffee, but it's generally quite a diluted coffee. It's a full immersion method, so you generally fill it up with water and let it steep for 4, 5, 6 minutes before pressing and then pouring. You might also recognize these coffee gadgets, which are very popular now, both at home but also in any of the cafes that you visit. This is the V60 and the Chemex. These are similar. They both use a filter paper method, medium to medium coarse ground coffee, and they really both bring out the sort of lighter, more nuanced flavors, sort of a tea-like coffee. The difference between the two is this is a slightly thicker paper, so that removes more of the oils and the sediment. So the coffee that comes out at the end is much cleaner, much brighter very often. This is, the V60 is sometimes described as slightly muddier, but it's still a very light and tea-like kind of coffee flavor. Now, with the AeroPress, this is perfect for traveling. It's very compact, easy to prepare. You just put your ground coffee in and fill it up with water and hand press it, and you've got a very beautiful filter and sometimes even espresso-based coffee. So they're all interesting. If you haven't tried any of them, you can look at them on jonesbrotherscoffee.com along with your coffees at any time.